Hey there, today we're making Korean beef bowls. And if you have watched any of my videos, you know that recently I asked ChatGPT to create 5 dinner recipes using 5 ingredients or less. So far, I have not had any of the ones that were on the list. So today we're making Korean beef bowls. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Let's get started. But first, I'm Robin, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back. If you're new here, it's probably because you either want to learn some basic things about AI or you're genuinely interested in some quick, easy, convenient ways to get cooking and food prep. Let's go ahead and get started making Korean beef bowls. What you're going to need for this recipe is 1 pound of ground beef. You're going to also need some soy sauce and some brown sugar. You're going to need to make 3 cups of rice. It's going to be cooked rice. Otherwise, I'm going to show you a way that I just recently saw. I've never tried it this way before. We're going to make rice in the microwave. All right. So depending on your cookware, you may just naturally put oil or butter or something in your pan when you're cooking meats or whatever. I'm using some cookware that I think it's called Karote. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I got it from Amazon, and I have found that I can cook literally anything with no oil. So that's what we're gonna do today. And I think it's something as simple as just heating the pan up a little bit, and not kind of doing it on a medium heat to warm up. And then we're gonna cook this. And I love this kind of hack, if you will, is that we're not gonna break the beef up. We're just gonna probably smash it down a little bit so that it'll get a nice brown crust, because that's where the flavor is. So as you can see, I've just flattened down the meat to get a larger service, and we're just gonna season this side. Pretty much all the basic stuff that I typically use. You can gussy it up however you would like. We're just gonna be doing salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Pretty much some basic stuff. And don't ever think that you're going to over season your food. I think that's sometimes why food doesn't taste very good to a lot of people. It's missing some flavor. But if you liked other kinds of seasonings, you'll be able to use that too. Salt, pepper, garlic powder. We're gonna let it sear on this side. We're not gonna touch it. Then we're gonna flip it over, and then we're gonna start breaking it down, all right? Okay, so the ground beef has been browning for a few minutes now. I can hear that sizzle, and we're just gonna flip it over like a ginormous beef burger. Oh yeah, that looks good. Oh, and we're just gonna flip that over. So you're gonna see all that great color. Some of that you miss whenever you start breaking it up. So we're gonna let that cook for a few more minutes, and then we're gonna chop it up using this little handy dandy meat chopper. While that's cooking, let's go ahead and get the rice started. Okay, the microwave is now cooking our rice, and we're just gonna turn this over one more time. It's nice and browned on both sides. Now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna use our handy dandy meat chopper here, and we're just gonna break it up. Okay, our meat is completely browned, and because I used extra lean, I think it was 95.5 or 93.7, I'm not really sure. There is no oil, so there's no reason to drain that. What we're gonna do now is add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, and we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And of course, like I said, I'm using light brown sugar because that's what we have. And we're gonna stir that up a little bit, let it cook and kind of marinate, if you will. And then we're gonna serve it over some rice. And I'm also gonna serve it with some broccoli because we love to have a nice green vegetable with our meal. And that is as simple as it can get. All right, so let me show you what it looks like when we're done. So we're trying this rice technique for the first time, and this is the way I was told it's gonna work. So we're gonna give it a try. If it ends up with an epic failure, well, don't do it then, all right? So you put rice in a microwave safe bowl. I've seen people put their finger in a bowl of rice or a pan of rice, but I never knew why. Here's why. It's gonna be perfect microwave, so I understand, by adding water to the first joint here. And that way there's enough water. Typically how you would make rice like I would on the stove is 2 cups of liquid for 1 cup of rice, and that would make 2 cups of rice. So we're gonna give this a try. Back to you soon. The meat is browning, so let's get this in the microwave. Okay, so here we are, the rice cooked in the microwave using the knuckle kind of technique in the water. and supposedly this is supposed to be foolproof. Okay, I'm not sure what I've done wrong, but I'm not gonna say that I think this is foolproof, but let me give it a try and see if I flake it, if it makes a difference. Okay, this is gonna be what I'm gonna call an epic failure. This is not fluffy, it isn't pretty. I'm going to start all over and make rice the old-fashioned way. 2 cups of liquids, 1 cup of rice. I'll be back to you shortly. Okay, so here it is, the Korean beef bowl. It is one of the ChatGPT recipes. Never had it before, but it was very simple. 5 simple ingredients. I added the broccoli, so it'd be 6. It's about 500 calories, 40 grams of protein. Let's give it a taste test. Wow. We're definitely gonna have this again. All right, go out and make it a great day.